you will approve the loan. Or if some document is not there, means the bank manager will not approve the loan, like that. One thing I want to tell you, that in one particular word, yes or no, that's all. If the proper document is there, the loan will be provided. If the document is not there, the loan will not be provided. So, or it may be a complex multi-valid decision. So many people, they are going to tell you that you can't put two legs in a single boat. So one single leg in one particular boat. For example, if two legs is there, so you can't put two legs in a two boats. Yes or no? So only two legs you can put it in only one particular boat. That means that multiple thinking you should not be happen. For example, two boats is there, so that you can't tell that I'm going to put one leg in one particular boat and one more leg in the one particular boat I'm going to travel. So it is difficult to travel. So like that, whenever you are going to make a decision, all those things, you are going to think whether it is the right or whether it is wrong. And one more thing, you have to stick on to that particular decision. After 1 hour you should not change. For example, now you will be having a goal in such a way that I want to go for the MNC company. After 1 hour you should not think that I should go for the higher education. After 1 hour you should not think that I need to try for the civil service exam or the government exams, public sectors exam, all those things. So whatever the decision you have taken, you have to stick to that particular decision. Next is decision tree or hierarchical branched structure that help comes to the decision based on asking certain questions in a particular sequence. For example, you have made it a goal to implement that particular goal. You need to ask, you will be having a certain queries. So what queries you will be having? For example, before going to entering a company, so the normal procedure is what? You need to clear the written test. Without clearing the written test, you can't go to the company. That means second procedure is you need to be strong in the programming. Third, group discussion. Like that, for that particular thing, you are going to prepare. So for this particular case, decision trees are one of the most widely used techniques for the classification. In the further slides, we will be dealing with respect to the various techniques will be there to calculate your decision tree for the classifications, all the things. One by one, we will be discussing in the coming slides. Next is, a good decision tree should be a short and ask only a meaningful sequence question. For example, one real-time example I will give for this particular case. You are presenting a project or if you are going to present a seminar. Simply for each slide, I should not ask a question. If I know the answer also, I should not ask a question. In such a way that I'll repeat once again, you are presenting your project phase or you are going to present your seminar topic or you are presenting your internship. For each slide, I should not ask a question. That means that easy question. Before asking a question, I should not ask. In such a way that if I'm going to get any doubts in that particular slide, if I not understood that particular slide, I need to ask a question. That is what the thing I can give an example in this particular point. A good decision tree should be short. Short means whatever the planning you are going to do, it should be a and ask for the more meaningful question. So if you are not understood that particular topic or if you not understood that particular slide, what that particular architecture is there, you have to ask a question. That means that whatever the thing is there, we are going to analyze in such a way that once again, okay. The decision trees can generate a knowledge from the few text instance that can be applied to the broad application. So we need to have a knowledge also with respect to that particular part. For example, if you want to write a query with respect to your RDBMS concept, so you need to have a knowledge with respect to your DBMS concept. Without the knowledge of that particular DBMS, it is difficult to write a queries, all those things. So like in the decision tree also, whenever we are going to perform the operations, so we need to have a certain knowledge with respect to that particular case. The decision trees are mostly to answer a relative simple binary decision. So this is one particular example they have taken, that is predictive heart attack using the decision tree. So some examples they have taken. So predicting heart attack using the decision tree. See, for example, what is the objective? What this particular slide is nothing but the overall objective is the it will check. For example, study was done at UC San Diego concerning heart attack patient data. So they are going to calculate the patients, those who are having heart diseases. The patient were diagnosed with a heart attack from the chest pain diagnosed by the EKG, high enzyme level in the heart muscles and so on. The objective was to predict which of these patients was risk of dying from the second attack within the next 30 days. See, what is the thing means? For example, one particular person, what is going to do? They are going to make a survey. In that particular survey, what they are going to do? Those who have got the heart attack, first heart attack now, they are going to create one particular database. Once they are going to create that particular database, they will be having one more assurance called. So when the second heart attack they may happen. So happen the second heart attack, what are the things you need to get precaution for that particular case? For example, already one heart attack has been completed. So you need to check in such a way that the second heart attack should occur within the 30 days. For that one, what are the precautions you need to take and what are the treatment the patient has to take? This is a conversion between the patient and the doctor. So prediction would determine the treatment plan, such as whether to keep the patient in a ICU. So one thing I want to tell you that already once heart attack has been completed, so the next heart attack going to happen in the 30 days. So the doctor will be thinking that whether that particular patient I need to keep in the ICU or not. For each patient, more than 100 variable sample collected. 100 samples they have collected like this, including demographics, medical history, lab data. Using that particular data, they have constructed a decision tree. So this is what the decision tree is, nothing but the condition. The decision tree showed that if BP was low, so if BP was low, less than or equal to 90, the chance of another heart attack was very high, 70%. So this is what the first condition they have told. If BP was low, less than or equal to 90, so there will be more chances of getting a second heart attack. If the patient's BP was okay, the next question was asked with respect to the patient age. So if the patient age is low, that is less than or equal to 62, then the patient survival was almost guaranteed, 98%. So first thing is they are going to check the BP, that is less than or equal to 90 degree means there will be a more chance of getting the heart attack, that is 70% he has told. If the BP is okay, then the next question arises, they have to check with respect to your age. So next in the age comes means if it is less than or equal to 62 means the patient survival can be guaranteed almost 98% he can give. If the age was higher, then the next question was about his sinus problems. So other problems they have to check. If there is a sinus was okay, the chance of survival was 89%. Otherwise, the chance of survival dropped to 50%. The decision tree predicts 86.5% of these cases correctly. See, this is a conversion what they made, that they have created one particular survey. In that particular survey, they have given if the blood pressure belongs to this particular category, what is going to happen if the BP is okay, what it will do. So this is what the patient database, the data which has been done by the doctor. Okay, like that, the decision tree they will be calculating. So they are going to make a conversation between the doctor and the patient. The doctor asks the question to determine the cause of an alignment. The doctor would continue to ask the question till he or she is able to arrive at a reasonable decision. If nothing seems reasonable, he or she might recommend some tests to generate more data and options. See, one thing I want to tell you that this particular point, before making any operations, for example, doctors, they are going to ask with their families for what they are going to ask. So, for example, whatever the operations I'm going to do, if it is a critical, I'm talking. If it is a critical, the patient's life, it is for the survival. He may tell, he may give assurance. For example, 90% is possible, or he may tell that 90% is not possible. He will be asking whether to proceed or not. If the family is they are going to tell proceed, the doctor will proceed. What I want to say, immediately the doctor will not take any decision regarding this. So he is going to ask with the family. From the family, he is going to get the signature. That is whatever the paper documentation is there. You are going to make the documentation. And after that, he is going to perform the operation. So this is how the experts in any field solve the problem. They use the decision trees or the decision rule. For every question they ask, the potential answer creating the branches. For each branch you will be getting. For example, many people they are going to tell that, see, in past experience we have got, these are the things they have happened, they are going to tell. Based upon the past experience, we need to take their input and we need to perform the operation. Directly you should not tell that, let that particular experience let to be happen to me only. So intelligent guy is, whatever the experience happened with your previous past experience, either it can be your colleague or it can be your friend, whatever it may be, we have to see that particular problem and they need to get that particular solution. That means that you should not think that let that problem come to me, after that I'm going to solve that particular problem. Okay. A decision tree would be a predictive accuracy based upon how often it makes a current decision. So in this particular case, we are going to talk with respect to the more training data is provided, the more accurate is knowledge extraction will be there and more accurate decisions will be there. For example, what I am going to tell in this particular case means, for example, most of the student they have placed in a good company. So immediately once they are going to join to the company, immediately they will not give a project to you. Yes or not? Immediately they will not give a projects to you. What they are going to do? They are going to train. They are going to train in such a way that, for example, basics they may teach you, or few which are the small projects is there they may give. That means that initially they are going to give free to you. Free is nothing but they are going to give less work in terms of learning. So they are going to give more time to learn for you. Why? Because once 1 or 2 months, 3 months they are going to give the time to learn. Once you have completed each and everything, so that you can start working with your project. What you have studied in your BE, that all theory that will not useful in your company. Yes or no? Whatever the thing you have studied till your 8th semester, 0% contribution will be there in your company. So once you enter to the company means, like that, once again the percentage will start. How you are going to learn 1%, 2%, 3%, like that. How you show the interest, how you are going to learn, like that you will be learning. What I want to say, what you studied in your engineering will not helpful in your company. That means that only theory part you have studied, there you need to do with respect to your practicals. That means that you want more knowledge. If you want more knowledge means more training they have to provide you in such a way that they will give more time to tell you that textbooks or few projects, so simple projects, how they are completed, like that they are going to tell you. So the more variable the tree can choose from, the tree will come out with a better with the accuracy, higher accuracy. One simple example I'll give, how you are going to work hard for your examination, definitely that much of a percentage you will be getting. For example, from the starting semester, if you are going to study till the examination, you are going to get, probably you are going to get more than 9.5 CGPA. Yes or no? If you start working hard from the day one, automatically you may get more than 9.5 CGPA in your results. For example, if you don't want 9.5 because the tomorrow's exam means 1 week before, if you are going to study, automatically your CGPA may cross more than 60. For example, if tomorrow is the exam means, if you are going to study today means, so that you may get second class. Like that, what I want to say is, how much hard work you are going to put, that much knowledge you will be getting. In the company also, how much you are going to dig with the knowledge, all those things, definitely you will be surviving there with the more thing. In addition, a good decision tree should also be a frugal, so that it takes at least a number of questions and a least amount of an efforts to get a right decision. See, taking a decision is one of the important this one. So once you have not taken the wrong decision means, once you're going to take a wrong decision, it is difficult to come back. Why? Because age is moving on. Yes or no? For example, age is moving on. So once in a small age, whatever the decisions you're going to take, you need to take the decision. After, once you're going to complete your 40 plus or 30 plus, it is difficult to go back, for which you have this one. A good decision tree will be having a better planning. This is what some example they have taken. Decision tree example. Here is an exercise to create a decision tree that helps make a decision about approving the plan of an outdoor game. This is what some outdoor game. Let us consider before starting this one example I am going to tell. Tomorrow India New Zealand match is there. Okay. Tomorrow India and New Zealand test match is there. So for that particular case, they are going to predict a weather. They are going to predict a weather. So in that particular tomorrow, for tomorrow's weather report only, they are going to tell the prediction whether tomorrow rain will come or whether it is a hot, whether it is a sunny, whether it is a normal, all those things. So in such a way that we will be using in this particular case. So here is an example to create a decision tree that helps make a decision about approving the plan of an outdoor game. Some outdoor game is there. The objective is to predict the play decision given by the atmospheric conditions or not. What the main objective is, they have concentrated on your atmospheric condition, whether if it is a good atmospheric condition, so that the match will be begin. If there is no not good atmosphere condition, means the match is not there. The decision will be allowed based upon the atmospheric condition. So should the game to be allowed or not, the question mark they are given. Here is the decision. If outlook sunny, temperature is hot, humidity is normal, windy, true, play question mark. To answer that question mark, one should look at a past experience and see what the decision was made in the similar instance. One could pick up the database of the past decision to find out the answer and try and come to the answer. So based upon, you will be having various possible cases. For example, if you look in this particular case, outlook, temperature, humidity, windy, play. For example, if it is sunny, hot, high, windy is false, so that you are going to get no. So like that, whenever outlook is overcast, temperature is cool, and humidity is normal, windy, true. Not only cricket I'm telling, other outdoor games also. So generally one outdoor game they want to play, they will be seeing a condition. If all the condition is satisfying, they are going to play. If any one condition is not satisfied, they will not play. This is like just like a permutation and combination concept. We will be having a various possible cases. In that particular possible cases, we are going to judge whether to play the game or not. This decision tree exercise, I'll do it in the tomorrow's session. So one more thing I want to tell you that, so today I have sent the notes to your CR third module as well as your fourth module also I have sent. So important questions for your IA I will be giving in the next week. Okay, important questions for your second IA I will be giving in the next week. Today I will send you the notes to your CR. CR will be sending today to your group. So start studying. IA is from 28th and 29th. So today we have started with the fourth module. Fourth module from 40% I'll be completing for your second IA. So once second IA completed means we'll complete the fourth module and I'm going to complete your fifth module. So if any student, if anything you want to ask, you can discuss. Important questions for your IA, I'm going to give it in the next week. Any student? Any students? You want to discuss anything? Meenakshi?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Anything you want to ask?
No, sir.
You sent notes to your friends also, module 3 and module 4. Whether
Yes.
you have previous year's question paper no, already you have, or whether I need to send?
No, sir. I've already shared with them.
What about the textbooks?
Yes, sir. Shared.
So, any material is left from my side?
Uh, Sir, I'll check one more time. But previously in the first IE only we have shared textbook and papers.
Okay. Two textbooks is there. I think two textbooks, once you check whether two textbooks is there along with the previous year's question paper, all those things.
Yes.
So one more thing, some few problems is there, one or two problems. I'll share you the YouTube link. I'll share you the YouTube link, or in the regular class only I'm going to play that particular video so that you can see the problem. Solution is there in that particular video, so we will solve. So any other students? Netravati?
Good morning, sir.
ಹೇಗಿದೆಯಮ್ಮ ನೇತ್ರಾವತಿ?
Sir, ನೀವು?
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ
Hello.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಓದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ? ಓಕೆ.
Okay, sir.
Any other students? Anything? Sahil? Sahil Singh.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Anything to be asked?
No, sir.
So how is your internship going on?
Good, sir.
Completed or what? It's still going on.
One is completed, one is I am doing freelancing, sir. Like
Oh,
they give me project and they pay me like
okay.
what payment.
What you want to do? Whether you move for the higher studies or you want to work?
Right now, higher study, but let's see, sir. I'll given some interview.
Hmm. Okay, another 1 month is there. So plan properly because this is the age, small age. That means the 23, 24. So once if the age crosses 27, 28, 29, it is difficult to move back. Whatever the goals you are think. For example, after 30 years, if you study, do your higher education, means it is difficult to sit because family will be there. Uh, Child will be there, all those things, it will become a difficult. So that means that whatever the thing you are going to do, plan in such a way that if you want to complete your education in a single shot, complete it. After that, move to the corporate world. Or one more experience, if you have a financial issues, all those things, means 1 or 2 years you work, earn the money. After that, you can study, go for your higher education. So this is all the things. Plan in such a way that you have to get a good results. Okay. So if no doubts is there, anything to be not to be discussed, means, so I'll wind up the class. So you can do your other work. So for example, internship next week from onwards, internship is there. You can prepare for the internship. Try to complete your project by this before your IF. They may ask the demo also to show all those things. So along with that, everyone try to complete your report also. Project report should be completed, internship report should be completed, as well as seminar report should be completed. So if no